Cliff Grimoire, the grandson of a powerful religious leader, arrives at the Renoa University of Magic with high expectations. Known for his ego and talent, he intends to prove himself as a prodigy. Yet, his first year brings unexpected challenges, particularly when he encounters Zenoba Shironi. Zenoba, admired for his robust strength, teaches Cliff a harsh lesson in humility through a display of sheer physical power. Cliff finds himself drawn to Zenoba's passion for crafting figurines, recognizing a gap in his own skills. He decides to learn this art to honor his master, Rudeus Greyrat, whom Zenoba reveres. This resolve sets Cliff on a path of self-improvement, but the journey is fraught with frustration as he grapples with the limitations of his abilities. As Cliff navigates university life, two older students, Linnea and Persona, bring a new wave of trials. Despite their initial intimidation, they become less hostile, enabling a tentative camaraderie. However, another test of character arises when he hears of Rudeus, the very name instilling awe and envy. Encountering Rudeus, Cliff is surprised to find a humble and courteous young man, challenging his preconceived notions. The stark contrast between Rudeus's demeanor and Cliff's expectations unsettles him, but he reluctantly acknowledges Rudeus's achievements as superior. Surprisingly, this realization does not embitter Cliff. Instead, it prompts self-reflection as he gradually accepts the presence of someone more talented, leading to an unexpected respect. Meanwhile, Rudeus enjoys his interactions with Zenoba, Julie, Linnea, and Persona, feeling oddly at ease within their dynamic. Each character brings their quirks to the table: Zenoba's obsession with figurines, Linnea's teasing nature, Persona's sleepy demeanor, and Julie's earnest attempts to learn. Despite diverse personalities, the group finds a comforting synergy in their everyday banter. A pivotal moment arises when Cliff ends up helping Rudeus indirectly. Intervening in a bullying situation, Rudeus finds Cliff at the receiving end of pointless cruelty. Acknowledging Rudeus's aid, albeit reluctantly, Cliff starts to reconsider his prior antagonism. In Cliff's eyes, Rudeus's capabilities are daunting, but witnessing his genuine kindness begins to soften his opinion. Then, a surprising confession from Cliff follows. He reveals his fallen for someone who captures his heart, a bold admission amidst his insecurities. Cliff's romantic interest is none other than Elinali's Dragon Road, a woman of notoriety and allure. But her reputation presents a dilemma for Rudeus, who questions whether Cliff should be encouraged in this pursuit. Rudeus seeks advice from his friend, Fitz, about approaching the delicate situation. Discussing the nuances and potential consequences, they ponder the unpredictability of introducing Cliff to Elinalize. Despite the uncertainties, Rudeus resolves to facilitate the introduction, hoping the outcome will lead to a clearer understanding for Cliff. When Cliff and Elinalize finally meet, Rudeus observes from a distance. The encounter exposes lingering doubts and aspirations. Cliff, driven by a sincere longing, must confront the complexities of his feelings, while Elinalize, with her enigmatic charm, holds the key to the unfolding dynamic. In this interplay of thoughts, emotions, and revelations, Rudeus, Cliff, and their companions navigate the intricate dance of relationships, ambition, and self-discovery, a journey that continues to unfold with each passing day at the university. Cliff Grimoire, a diligent and sincere student at Renoa University of Magic, introduces himself to Elinalize Dragon Road during a casual meeting. Gracious and polite, Cliff is immediately captivated by Elinalize, who is known for her beauty and charm. Elinalize shows interest, but upon learning Cliff's intention to pursue a serious relationship, especially considering his noble upbringing, she politely declines. She prefers casual encounters and avoids relationships with constraints. Cliff, unbothered, insists he can accept her terms, yet Elinalize doubts his seriousness. During the exchange, Cliff attempts to express his affection, even mustering the courage to propose, but Elinalize is firm about her stance. Cliff's naivety and sincerity shine through, making the situation both awkward and endearing. Ultimately, Elinalize seems to appreciate Cliff's straightforwardness, realizing he might be genuine after all. Their conversation concludes with her advising him not to promise things too rashly. Later, Rudeus Greyrat observes Cliff and Elinalize together, noting their palpable chemistry and Cliff's earnest demeanor. Elinalise, despite her past inclinations, seems genuinely confused about her own feelings, while Cliff remains steadfast in his admiration. Rudeus, amused by the budding romance, takes a step back, admiring Cliff's boldness in pursuing such a relationship with someone renowned for avoiding commitments. In another scene, Rudeus overhears Linnea and Persona, two beast-folk students, plotting their own romantic escapades. Inspired by Cliff's efforts with Elinalise, Linnea declares her plan to start dating, suggesting they lead by example. Rudeus finds their antics amusing, appreciating how Cliff's and Elinalise's dynamic seems to influence others around them. Despite the complexities of Cliff and Elinalise's relationship, their interactions stir a sense of admiration among their peers. Cliff's persistence appears to earn Elinalise's respect, though Rudeus speculates about the future stability of their rapport. Their public displays of affection become somewhat of a spectacle, inspiring others while also drawing attention to the diverse nature of relationships within the university. Meanwhile, Rudeus contemplates his own growth, influenced by witnessing diverse interactions around him. While considering the challenges and dynamics of various relationships, he reflects on personal development opportunities in magic. In a twist, a demon king named Badigadi appears at the university, causing uproar among students and faculty. His arrival ties into the local legends and stirs curiosity about his intentions. Rudeus, never one to shy away from adventure, finds himself in a unique situation, pondering the implications of such a formidable figure at their doorstep. The arrivals of both the Demon King and the uniquely inspiring dynamics among students weave a tale of growth, courage, and unexpected alliances, setting the scene for further adventures and personal discoveries at Renoa University of Magic. The bustling courtyard of the school becomes a stage for an unexpected reunion. Badigadi, with his imposing yet jovial presence, approaches Rudeus, radiating a mixture of curiosity and friendliness. Badigadi's demeanor is both intimidating and somehow comforting. It's been quite some time since Rudeus last encountered him, and the demon's words immediately plunge them into conversation. Badigadi, who Rudeus learns is linked with the demon Empress Kishirika Kishirisu, brings news of past conversations where Rudeus's exploits have come up. Kishirika, it seems, often speaks highly of Rudeus, something that both surprises and unnerves him. Rudeus wonders why his feats would be of such interest to someone of her stature. When Rudeus expresses disbelief at being described as astonishing, Badigadi seems amused. Not many can boast such mana, boy. Can you believe she said you're more powerful than even Laplace? This revelation hits Rudeus hard, as he's never considered himself more than an adept spellcaster. The gravity of Badigadi's words suggests a potential that Rudeus hadn't fully embraced before. Amid these revelations, a challenge arises. The thought of a duel with Badigadi, someone of formidable power, sends a thrilling shiver down Rudeus's spine. As the crowd around them anticipates the clash, the intensity mounts. They've agreed to terms, one spell each. It's a duel almost mythic in its simplicity. Drawing upon his vast reservoir of mana, Rudeus prepares Stone Cannon, familiar yet deceptively simple in execution. The stone hurtles toward Badigadi with incredible force, more powerful than anything Rudeus has conjured before. In a split second, the arena transforms into a spectacle of mana and power. The strike hits Badigadi with explosive force, scattering dust and stone with a deafening boom. Overshot and fragmented, it leaves him seemingly immobile, silent, defeated. Rudeus's heart races with the possibility that he has done the impossible, bringing down a demon king. However, the victory is short-lived. In a sensational twist, Badigadi emerges unscathed, revived almost instantly, a testament to his immortal nature. That was amusing, boy, he laughs, brushing off the remnants of the attack as if they were nothing. His triumphant bellow echoes through the crowd, evoking a mix of fear and relief. Despite the display of overwhelming might, Badigadi's good-natured demeanor remains, and he declares Rudeus the winner in spirit due to the sheer power displayed. It becomes clear that the duel was more spectacle than serious combat, a revelation that eases the tension. The two part with laughter and promises of more to come, leaving Rudeus in awe of what he's experienced, having faced an immortal and lived to tell the tale. In the aftermath, Vice Principal Genius commends Rudeus's performance, noting the honor of being acknowledged by someone of Badigadi's reputation. The duel becomes the talk of the university, adding to Rudeus's growing legend among the students. Yet amidst all the accolades and newfound recognition, Rudeus finds himself reflective, pondering the intricate dynamics of power and reputation. Through conversations with familiar faces, such as Fitz, and even unexpected encounters with old friends like Elinalise, he navigates the complexities of his identity. Rudeus's journey continues to unfold in this tapestry of friendships and alliances, grounded by moments of introspection. The quiet determination he harbors propels him toward a future that is as uncertain as it is filled with potential. As Rudeus moves forward, his encounters with legends like Badigadi leave him not only with tales to tell but with insights into friendships that defy the bounds of time and convention. As laughter fades and stories rise, Rudeus's path remains an enigmatic dance between the attainable and the fantastical, where every duel becomes a lesson, and each lesson another step toward embracing his destiny. Rudeus finds himself in the library, delving into books about summoning magic. His journey has been a solitary one, and he feels it's hit a dead end. Desperate for guidance, he reaches out to Fitz, hoping for a lead. Fitz suggests Silent 7-Star, a name wrapped in mystery, known for achievements beyond just magic. As Rudeus learns about Silent, he uncovers their innovative approaches to food in the dining halls, introducing unique ingredients from the Northern Territories. This piques his curiosity even further. Silent's secrecy and the stories surrounding them make Rudeus eager to meet them. Later, Rudeus visits a cluttered study, where he encounters a woman in a mask, the same face from his past but without any clear memory of their relationship. The shock sends him into a chaotic retreat. Once he regains his senses, Fitz calms his anxiety, reminding him he's safe. The masked woman, known as Nanahoshi, confronts Rudeus about their shared past. They both come from a world far beyond this one, a realization dawning upon them with each passing moment. Despite her unchanged appearance from 15 years ago, her identity remains the same. She reveals she is Shizuka Nanahoshi, and their connection solidifies. Through their conversation, Nanahoshi explains her origin story. She wasn't reincarnated but was brought here directly, like Rudeus. Her journey to survive in this unfamiliar world is filled with trials, using her Earth knowledge to thrive. She aligns with powerful figures and navigates a network of merchants and mags, all in pursuit of a way back home. Nanahoshi shares her theory about their teleportation. It's intricate, involving cosmic forces that might erase them if disrupted. Her experiments with magic circles are groundbreaking, seeking a way to return to Earth. Yet, something about her story feels slightly ominous, a lingering threat from the people responsible for their displacement. As their conversation unfolds, Fitz stands by, wary yet intrigued by Nanahoshi's claims. He learns from Rudeus about their shared past and its complexities. Meanwhile, Nanahoshi admits she holds no mana, a factor that distinguishes her from others in this world. The truth about the displacement incident emerges, a calamity tied to their unexpected arrival in this world. Fitz's anger arises, lamenting the loss caused by the incident while Rudeus remains understanding but determined to uncover the full story. Nanahoshi acknowledges a connection between their arrival and the catastrophe but insists it was beyond her control. As emotions run high, Rudeus remains composed, aware that finding answers might also bring them closer to returning home. In the end, Fitz's skepticism lingers, but Rudeus's forgiveness offers hope. They part ways temporarily, with a promise to revisit the mysteries together. Despite the revelations, Rudeus feels a strange warmth from Fitz, a bond forged through shared struggles and meanings lost in translation but understood through empathy. Their journey together is just beginning. In a world where magic intertwines with mystery, the search for truth continues, while their pasts remain an enigmatic shadow, threading through the present with promises to unravel. Nanahoshi and Rudeus have forged a tentative partnership, marking an intriguing development. Rudeus is filled with questions he wants to ask Nanahoshi but decides not to rush things. Instead, he plans to tackle his curiosity one query at a time. Inside Rudeus, feelings churn regarding his relationships. He reflects on his past connections and how his heart has soft spots for several women, Sylphiette, Eris, Roxy. Each name brings a wave of emotion, but there's something particularly special about Sylphiette. Their bond is unique and profound. Now, faced with the idea of Sylphiette possibly drifting away, Rudeus contemplates his emotions. He's concerned another might take her away because of growing closeness. Confident yet worried, he muses, what if I don't have the guts to do something about this? A realization settles on him, he cannot muster the courage at present. His past bravery, which led him through countless adventures, seems diminished. Rudeus reflects on his development, mulling over how he's grown braver over the years. But this newfound hesitation perplexes him. Had my courage fallen out of my pocket somewhere, he wonders, yearning for it to return. As time passes, routine sinks in. It's been over a year since Rudeus enrolled at the University of Magic, a crucial step for his growth. Bodily training continues as he spars with Badigardi, who expresses disbelief at Rudeus' training without a battle aura. Their witty banter reveals Badigardi's respect for Rudeus' abilities and their unique friendship. Badigardi advises on enhancing battle skills using mana. Once you know how to use it, spread the field, then press it tightly against yourself, he instructs, providing insight into fortifying one's body. Badigardi shares tales of his encounters with famous figures, such as Laplace, drawing Rudeus into his stories, expanding his understanding. Badigardi notes that having mana power alone isn't enough, life involves more meaningful pursuits than constant battle. Classes at the university continue to challenge Rudeus. He immerses himself in learning various spells, advancing to an intermediate magician level. Despite the lack of progress in solving his condition, he remains hopeful, seeking a spell that might alter his state. Rudeus' relationship with Zenoba deepens as they work together. Zenoba's curiosity and enthusiasm for learning mold their bond, assisted by Julie, a diligent student under Rudeus' tutelage. Their collaboration in creating and animating figurines serves as a joyful distraction. In his collaboration with Nanahoshi, Rudeus assists with summoning experiments in her chamber. Nanahoshi aims for a grand summoning, hoping to contact powers from different worlds to aid her cause. Together, they tread cautiously, aware of potential disasters reminiscent of past incidents. Between experiments, Rudeus comforts Fitz, who quietly supports their cause even if he feels somewhat redundant. Rudeus affirms Fitz's value, ensuring their friendship remains strong despite uncertainties lurking beneath the surface. The narrative unfolds with Rudeus musing over relationships, growth, and ambition. He struggles with feelings of inadequacy yet remains determined to overcome his fears, ensuring that his bonds with those he cares for remain strong. Each day he spends growing, aided by friends and mentors who guide him through the intricate tapestry of magic, life, and love. Amidst a pause in conversation, Cliff contemplates the nature of curses. The air grows dense with speculation as he recalls the legendary figure demon god Laplace and his rumored yet mysterious ability to craft weapons under curses during the Laplace War. Orsted, a formidable presence, is mentioned as someone who might possess the knowledge they seek. Still, the nuances remain elusive, ensnaring Cliff and his companions in a web of uncertainty. The discussion moves to the subject of blessings, their ambiguous role in this mystical tapestry compared to curses. If casks whether a bestowed child, a phenomenon believed to be identical to blessed and cursed children, can be cursed, or whether such law stands as another solemn enigma. Lost in thought, the man god comes into focus as a possible source or conspirator in this grand narrative. Implicitly, this dialogue sheds light on a hushed, wonder-filled conflict between divine entities, the man god, the dragon god, and the demon god, alongside the persistently baffling blessed and cursed children. Cliff, optimistic about collaborative revelations, expresses gratitude to Rudeus. They part with buoyant spirits as Cliff celebrates a newfound perspective, a potential solution to a long-standing puzzle. A familiar figure, Solvat, a hearty reminder of earlier adventures, brightens the scene. Nostalgic recollections of past triumphs surface, invoking images of quests shared with camaraderie. Ainalai soon suggests they teach Cliff about adventuring, an exhilarating endeavor for the group, filled with promises of vivid, shared exploits. Later, Ainalai and Cliff are invited to join a party to confront a red WYRM or Demon King, scenarios ripe with challenges and adventure. The excitement is palpable, especially for Cliff, eager to solidify his burgeoning prowess. Rudeus, with a cautionary tone, encourages carefulness, marking a new chapter in their journey. Returning to the city, Rudeus reflects on his initial pursuits at the Magician's Guild, magical items and tools of astoundingly varied utility. His path inadvertently crosses with familiar faces, Luke and Fitz, engaged in mundane errands, though their interaction is marked by odd awkwardness. Rudeus, puzzled by Fitz's uncharacteristic coldness, is left to ruminate over the encounter. Fitz's prior kindness lingers in his memory, as does the feeling of misunderstanding. A quest for clarity becomes personal, yet secrecy shrouds Fitz's true identity. Zenoba, a reliable ally, visits Rudeus in search of knowledge, displaying an appetite for creative wonder in manipulating the magical craft. Meanwhile, Rudeus's heart and mind wrestle with affections brewing in his consciousness. The emotions are unclear, only intensified by misgivings and assumptions about Fitz's true nature. Driven by curiosity and longing, Rudeus seeks answers from the university staff about Fitz, yet confidence stumbles upon institutional barriers. The intrigue twists familiarly through inner reflections, questioning the intertwining of emotions and identity. In an unexpected moment of physical closeness with Fitz, secrets unravel. Fitz, caught off guard and flustered in Rudeus's arms, struggles with pronouncements of identity, a revelation clear yet complex. Introspection overpowers Rudeus, grappling with profound realization and self-reflective guilt, wrestling with affections audacious yet tender. Emotionally, lines blur, consumed by ruminations on love and its many tinted shades in this world filled with magic, bonds, and an ever-present specter of destiny. Returning quietly to the dorms, the morning after provides only more questions. The echo of Fitz's rejection reverberates within. Luke, unexpectedly attentive, offers little by way of reassurance or clarity, leaving Rudeus suspended in his contemplative haze. Navigating through his daily tasks, Rudeus finds himself alongside Nanahoshi, another ally caught in veils of her own ambition. Fitz, ever reserved, lingers nearby, their interactions punctuated by silent gestures. Unspoken tensions mount, neatly intertwined with their unverified truths, yet, ever persistent is the quest for understanding. In a world anchored on elemental strength and swathed in mystery, Rudeus is led by vulnerability and an undeterred longing for companionship. As Fitz stands there, tension fills the air. Fitz's shoulders tighten under Ariel's sharp tone, but words escape Rudeus as he listens to Ariel rouse him from his idle state. Her voice is firm as she says, "I do think it's all right to take your time with me." However, it's been half a year since Rudeus made any progress at all, and Ariel can't help but wonder if there's something holding him back. As Fitz hears this, a sense of relief intertwines with anxiety. Ariel tells him she respects his feelings and won't ignore them, even if it means losing what they've built. Fitz, whose true identity is Sylphie, feels her heart race. Ariel stays kind and considerate, but Sylphie finds herself caught between loyalty and her own desires. Yet, despite the possible repercussions, her longing to be with Rudeus grows too strong to be held back. She recalls their past and the childhood promise they shared, one filled with hope and innocence. "I want to be with Rudy," she admits with a genuine smile. Ariel nods, encouraging Sylphie to be true to herself. She assures, "Pursue your own goals first, Sylphie. You can always come back to help me out once you're ready." Ariel and Sylphie then engage in a heartfelt dialogue about Sylphie's memories with Rudeus. They try to brainstorm ways to jog his memory. Sylphie's anxiety grows as she thinks of their past together, and Ariel suggests testing various memories to see which might return his thoughts to her. Sylphie reflects, "Yes, you told me you were picked on about the color of your hair." As they discuss memories, Sylphie reveals her hair's original color and how fear kept her from admitting it to Rudeus. Sharing these truths becomes a cathartic moment, unveiling emotions Sylphie had hidden away. However, what weighs heavily now isn't just recollection, it's the full realization of what it means to stand beside Rudeus. Ariel senses the struggle within Sylphie and urges her to define what she truly desires from Rudeus, what being with him means for her. Sylphie imagines the life she craves, waking up each day, filled with simple joys like breakfast with him, or supporting him through daily challenges. The intimacy of shared moments, of daily life and companionship, forms the crux of her dreams. Sylphie's reflections grow deeper as she envisions this future, seeing herself greeting him each morning and being together without the weight of past shadows. Ariel listens, reflecting on the steadfast bond they share, and offers her unwavering support. Ariel emphasizes, "If you come back and tell me you couldn't find the courage to speak up when it counted, then I'll never help you with this again." Their plan unfolds with urgency as they aim to jog Rudeus's memory by capturing echoes of their past. In the crowded dining hall, Sylphie watches Rudeus interact with Sonoba, King Badigadi, and Julie. The air sparkles with a vibrant energy as they discuss art and companionship. Sylphie remains hidden in plain sight among friends, her heart a storm of emotions as she considers her mission to remind Rudeus of their shared past. Sylphie approaches Rudeus, carefully maneuvering the conversation. Rudeus, effortlessly charming, fills the moment with laughter and innocence. His words about the Forest of Hail, mirroring adventures and tasks they knew from before, spark a recognition that brings a soft glow to the moment. Together, they prepare for their journey, a task requiring them to face the forest together. Sylphie remains determined to find a way to remind Rudeus of the times they spent and the connection they shared. She balances on the edge of excitement and fear, aware this could be the turning point. In the depths of the snow-covered landscape, Sylphie feels Rudeus's presence so vividly beside her. However, her heart pounds with a mixture of adrenaline and anticipation, knowing the risk of either triumph or heartache looms so near. The journey through the forest presents challenges that test their resolve, and Sylphie positions herself at every stride to create memories anew. As they navigate a sudden rainstorm, Rudeus, unaware of the intricacies of Sylphie's ploy, remains focused on his task. His curiosity is piqued by the unusual weather, and his instincts draw him to uncover Sylphie's secret assistance in orchestrating it. Their shared companionship provides warmth through the challenge, each step forging a connection Sylphie longs to rekindle. They find shelter in a cave as the storm continues. Sylphie manages to keep her resolve firm even as tension mounts. The situation nudges the boundaries of their relationship, tempting revelations at each turn. Her resolve remains steadfast, but the heart's desires can often blur lines, creating emotional dilemmas she navigates with determination. This shared journey wraps Rudeus and Sylphie in a comforting embrace, opening pathways to truths unspoken yet present in every glance and gesture. As they face the intimate challenge of companionship against harsh nature, Sylphie holds hope that this shared experience might finally bridge the distance Rudeus feels within his heart. She knows that it's a delicate dance between heart and memory, a journey to find solace in the echoes of their past. The tale intricately weaves past, present, and the potential for future, all suspended within moments of vulnerability and bravery. Sylphie stands on the precipice of rediscovery, ready to remind Rudeus who they were, and who they could still become. The scene unfolds with a tender, yet tense moment, as Rudeus encounters Fitz, his former childhood friend, who reveals her true identity as Sylphie. Sylphie's nervous confession shakes Rudeus to his core, both surprised by her bravery and deeply touched by her declaration of love. Sylphie's struggle brings back a flood of memories for Rudeus, stirring emotions he thought were long buried. He remembers how deeply he'd been attached to Sylphie, shocked at realizing his former feelings never truly faded. Their reunion is emotionally charged. Sylphie, vulnerable and honest, admits, "I've always loved you." The raw sincerity of her words pierce through Rudeus, evoking a mix of astonishment and affection. Rudeus is overwhelmed by the revelation, his heart pounding with a blend of nostalgia and newfound feelings. He remains frozen, struggling to comprehend the depth and strength of Sylphie's emotions. As Rudeus grapples with these emotions, he reflects on the past. He knows Sylphie as more than just a friend, she was integral to his childhood, and their bond was unbreakable back then. Yet, he also senses that time has changed them both in profound ways. While part of him longs to embrace Sylphie's love, fears linger in his mind about the future and his own unresolved feelings. In a moment of sincere clarity, he expresses gratitude to Sylphie, acknowledging her patience and understanding. Despite the joy of their reunion, Rudeus hesitates to fully commit, wary of making promises he's uncertain he can keep. Sylphie's determination is unwavering, her affection for Rudeus is unyielding, yet she respects his hesitance, displaying a grace that only deepens Rudeus's admiration for her. With warmth and care, Rudeus reassures Sylphie, initiating a tender embrace that speaks volumes of unspoken emotions. Their connection feels palpable, as if bridging the years of separation with a single, meaningful gesture. The rain outside mirrors the cascade of emotions within them, adding a soothing rhythm to their profound interaction. Ultimately, Rudeus finds solace in Sylphie's presence, her gentle touch calming his internal conflicts. Their dynamic is delicate but powerful, marked by shared history and mutual understanding. As their conversation gently ebbs, the complexities of their relationship become clearer, grounded in the resilience and trust they've built together. Later, as Rudeus navigates the responsibilities and challenges that lie ahead, he holds the memory of Sylphie's confession close. Her words resonate within him, the sincerity behind them shaping a hopeful perspective on the possibilities of their future. His heart, once burdened by uncertainty, now carries the promise of rekindled love, mingling with the introspective hope of exploring what lies ahead with Sylphie by his side. Meanwhile, their journey continues, infused with anticipation and a budding sense of renewal. As they draw closer to embarking on new adventures, every shared glance and gentle word echoes with deep-seated affection. In Sylphie's presence, Rudeus finds both comfort and inspiration, encouraging him to embrace the vulnerabilities and joys of love, a path he's now eager to explore together. Rudeus stands nervously, in the midst of a moment that feels both monumental and vulnerable. As Sylphie responds to him with a tentative okay, it feels like time slows down. The room is silent, except for the soft sounds of their breathing. Rudy watches her carefully as she consumes the bottle's contents. He's anxious, almost afraid that this attempt might fail just like before. "What are you taking some for, Sylphie?" Rudy asks, his curiosity and concern evident. Sylphie explains her slight trepidation, leaning into the transformation that may finally solve Rudy's problem. Her voice is soft, tinged with a nervous excitement. As the two let the moment settle, Rudy drinks slowly. The concoction doesn't particularly taste good, yet its warmth spreads quickly through his veins. Sitting there side by side, the quiet around them feels loud. Rudy, caught in his head, wonders if Sylphie's presence is affecting him more than the drink itself. Her gaze is heavy on his skin, making his mind race with thoughts he can't quite pin down. With a bit of hesitancy, Rudy admits, "You, can't contain yourself, ho." This brave admission is met with silent agreement from Sylphie as she tenderly caresses his side. The touch is electric. Rudy feels something raw and real pressing against him, a culmination of all his hopes and anxieties. Rudy decides there's no turning back, the time has come to move forward. Embracing the leap, Rudy encourages Sylphie to act on mutual feelings teetering on the edge of confession. "Oh, okay then. Go ahead and eat me up, Rudy." Sylphie's touch is reassuring, a steady rock amidst the storm of raw emotions unfolding between them. The following morning, Rudeus awakes alone in his bed, stared down by the familiar underbelly of the top bunk. Memories of the previous night crash over him. He replayed every word, every touch. His heart couldn't settle its pace, and his nerves jangled with residual tension. Was last night real? Rudeus finds Sylphie nearby, and when she opens her eyes, the warmth in her expression affirms his question without words. "Good morning, Rudy," she greets him softly, her voice wrapping around him like a comforting blanket. He reaches out, unable to resist running his fingers through her silken hair, marveling at the reassuring reality that she hadn't disappeared. "What? Why?" Rudy sputters, his voice catching in his throat. There's a vulnerability here, a fear that needs assuaging. Sylphie's gentle acceptance helps reel him back from the edge of uncertainty. Reflecting on the previous night, with all its spiraling sensations, Rudy admits, "I was scared. I didn't take it easy on her at all." Despite the whirlwind of the evening, there was an undeniable sweetness in their connection, a depth that he hadn't anticipated. Sylphie reads Rudy's uncertainty with compassion. Her gaze, calm and knowing, returns his stare. "Rudy, what do you think?" "My body's okay, right?" she ventures, her voice a gentle exploration wrapped in genuine curiosity. Rudy, overwhelmed but certain, clutches her tighter, letting his gratitude spill out not in words but in action. "Thank you," he whispers there, bound to her by a shared sense of relief and newfound clarity. Instead of rambling, he opts for silence, a testament to feelings deeper than conversation could convey. With Sylphie at his side, Rudeus realizes that finally, a long-held struggle has found its resolution. Whatever lay ahead, they would face it together, side by side, intent on savoring the delicate truths they unearthed about each other and themselves.